Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Well, my name's Chris, and this is a video on the internet. And if you haven't read the title, we are going to be discussing heat plates and heat lamps, and which one you should get. Or at least the pros and cons and some info on each. Now, as you can tell, might be a little biased because I do use heat plates, but hopefully I can at least give you some information to go on if you're trying to make your decision. I'm in no way an expert. I do backyard chickens for fun. They're our little girls. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Hopefully this will be informative. So let's go to the whiteboard. Alright, before we get started, there are a few things baby chicks need. Heat, food, water, and, of course, smashing that like button. Now for food and water, this is something for another time, but suffice it to say, water, you have water and the food things, they all look a bit like this, or they might have trays to put out. However you do it, that's not what this is about. This is about heat. Now, we're discussing two ways to get heat. There is other ways, but the two we're focusing on today are heat lamp and heat plate. So you can see where I've drawn the red is where the heat is. The thing about a heat light is the heat comes straight down and out in a radiating pattern. The heat plate has its heat all right here on the plate and a bit radiating down from the top part. The benefits of having a heat lamp is it's easy, you see where the light hits, that's where the heat is. It's been used, people have used it for decades, you know it works. We're discussing why you might want to try a heat plate. Now first, let's just see how the heat lamp works. The heat lamp works by radiating out heat from this top light part. You have the direct heat down here below it, so if a chick wanted to get warm, it would stay right beneath there. If it got hot, it can move out and cool off. Now, this works fine. They can kind of regulate where they want to be. They can go in here to get warmer, out here to get cooler. Even if there's space, you can even go outside and hang out over here with no light. The problem is it's a light. So you're constantly having light bombarding them, and they're not going to have that in nature or when they grow up. They're going to have a day-night cycle. So as chicks, you're pretty much throwing out the day-night cycle in place of them having constant heat. And that's where the benefit of a heat plate comes in. The heat plate, of course, has no light. So the light is controlled elsewhere. So we'll have a little lamp over here. So this puts out light, and it can be controlled. A button, timer, switch, whatever, like a normal lamp does. Whereas the heat plate, you have your chicks get right up underneath it, and how they keep warm is they press their bodies up against the plate. Now they can also, if they get cool, lay down or move a little bit out. I've seen some, they kind of stick their butts in and their heads out, kind of hang out. You can see it here in this picture. But what this allows is it allows for a more natural growth. Because, if you have a mama hen, the way she keeps them warm is by keeping their chicks right up against her, because the heat, of course, is all along her body. And that's what this intends to recreate. Now you're saying, well, if this is so great, why do people use this? Well, this is new. This is a very recent thing. This has been around for longer than I've been alive. Alright, so what are the pros of a heat lamp? Well, it's been tested, it works constantly. Everybody knows these work. It's been used by millions of people to raise billions of chicks. It just works. Also, it's simple. You just hang up there and there you go. You got light, you got heat, all in one package. But over here, this is new, there is some cons. The fact that it's not been quite as tested. Now, it's been used, plenty of people, I use it, I love them, but it is still relatively new compared to heat lamp. Also, you gotta control the lighting. Now, like I mentioned before, this is a plus to it because you can give them a proper day-night cycle, a 12, 16, 18-hour day, and have proper lighting. But it's still something to consider. Also, something to consider with the lamp is these can be a fire hazard, so be careful. But yeah, those are the main differences, I would say, between the two. So something to add about these, like I said, sometimes they'll put their little bottoms in there to keep kind of half warm and half cool. Well, another benefit is because it's more related to how the mother hen keeps them warm, you might have your food or water over here. So these chicks are going to have to leave to go get food and water, whereas here, maybe not so much. It's a very bad water container. But over here, they might be going over here, or, if you're smart, you're going to have it, way over here. Now, the plus side of having it like this is that it really recreates the mama hen dynamic, because these chicks, as they leave, they'll have to become more accustomed to the natural ambient air. And I don't know, I've seen different accounts, but some people say it causes the chickens to feather out faster. So they become more hardy, they become more suitable to living like a normal chicken quicker than if you were to keep a heat lamp on them. Something else to think about might be power. Now, a heat plate or a lamp, by themselves might not use a whole lot of power, but, if you're pinching pennies, you might want to think about it. I personally wouldn't, just because it's, almost a non-issue, because it's such a small, it's just like using a lamp or, whatever. So I really wouldn't worry about it unless you're, of course, you're a commercial grower, growing hundreds and hundreds of chicks. But if that's the case, why are you watching this video? This is not meant for you. You know better than I do. That said, I did mention other ways of getting heat for chicks. And, there's one surefire way to raise chicks that's worked for thousands of years, and that is a mama hen. This one's Pepper. Whoop! I'll see y'all next time. Be sure to like and subscribe.